Excellent. Good. And so your presentation today is called Relationship Marketing, Developing Relationships with Doctors and Other Providers. What kind of things are people going to learn today?
Right, absolutely. Well, I built my practice on initially, that was my main marketing tool, was really going out there and networking with doctors. So I'd like to talk a bit about what works, what doesn't, how to converse with doctors, how to get in front of doctors, and then some of the larger techniques like visiting doctors' offices and bringing lunch, and actually hosting events at your center that doctors will attend.
Wow, fantastic. And hopefully you'll be able to squeeze this all in today's presentation, because it seems like it's a lot of great information you're going to share with us.
Right.
And I think one thing that a lot of practitioners feel a little like they're inadequate enough to approach medical doctors, so hopefully you'll be able to address that and come up, determine ways that people can feel more confident when approaching the medical establishment in a way that positions them as an authority and somebody that a doctor would absolutely refer to.
Right, absolutely.
Good. So why don't we just go ahead and have you share your screen and take it away, and I'll meet you on the back end. Thank you so much, Sarah.
Thank you.
I mean, that presentation you gave could be a mini training in how to connect with MDs just in and of itself. It's
right.
Great detail, and your letter itself, I think, is incredible. The fact that you are offering that to people, that you read it to people, and it just really hit all the points that you need to hit in order to communicate effectively. And what an incredible tool that you use to get a bunch of MDs in the same room, with the idea that they want to network too. They're looking to reach out to other people and to get them in the same room, let them experience acupuncture, and getting 20 MDs on yoga mats with some needles in their ears to calm their mind. That's incredible.
It was amazing.
Yeah, what a cool. How did you conduct that experience? Like when they were in the room, what did you do? How did you go about that?
Right. So we actually had to stagger because we used to have a yoga studio. And so there was about 10 physicians on the floor at each time. And we had 2 45-minute sessions. So basically we waited until about half an hour after the event started. We started the first group. We had them all lay down at once, and then we put needles in. And then once they were done, we had the next group go in, put the needles in, and yeah.
Great. And you had food there, and you had entertainment, and did you kind of do a little introduction as to what you were doing with them?
Honestly, it's so hard because they were all showing up at different times. So basically we had greeters at the door, and we simply explained to them that if they wanted acupuncture or massage, they had to sign up. And they would sign up on the sheets for the acupuncture and the sheets for the massage, so that they knew when they were receiving each service. And then we just made sure that we worked the room.
Sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. What I mean, that's a great tip. Huge. It's so easy to have patients miss and overlook the little changes that are going on with them, and to get them to report back to their doctors is huge.
Right.
It just solidifies a little more within the patient and the doctor as well. And I imagine that you tell every patient that comes in that, I need you to go back and schedule back with your MD so they can see, just to get a reevaluation with your MD.
Yes.
Another great tip about, instead of leaving them with a ton of information when you're meeting them, is to have another touch point with them by sending them information on an email a few days later or in the mail, because that's what you want to do. After you meet them, you greet them, you want to have as many touch points with them as often as you can, just so you stay on front of mind awareness with them.
Exactly.
Yeah. And another thing too is, I think people assume that they've got to make that relationship with the MD themselves, right? And that's where it becomes daunting. But that patient coordinator is that pivotal person to really connect with. And they're so available. They really are, and they're so personable, right? Because they're that bridge between the doctor and the patient anyway. So they're kind of pretty gregarious and open-minded and friendly.
They love lavender.
They love lavender, absolutely. Even though you hate it, they love it.
Exactly. I didn't tell her that I hated it.
Right. Yeah. So I think making it a point to really connect with those people, it kind of lowers that bar and makes it a little easier for a practitioner to be like, oh, okay, so it's not the MD I've got to impress. It's
Right.
the patient coordinator who's just a person like me. Yeah, and another big point is, it's about the relationships. It's really building relationships and that connection. And like what you said, you share pictures with people and anecdotes about your daily life. And I think that's really important.
Yeah.
So fantastic. Thank you so much for showing up and giving some really, really solid advice and information about connecting with MDs and other healthcare providers. And that letter alone itself is worth the price to admission for the whole summit itself. Because that letter itself, you can get 10 doctors on the floor in your practice, you're going to get some referrals, and that, bam, it can just really shift from there. Awesome.
Thank you again for the opportunity.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye.